Right on. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, so I'm Brian Barzeele. I worked at AOL for 12 years, from 95 to 97, or to 2007. I started on the phones and went to the knowledge engineering group, which was library services eventually, and was one of the last people out the door when they shut things down here.
Right on. So you kind of saw it grow all the way up and then shut itself. You know, I was talking to a buddy of mine earlier tonight, and it was what a super company it was at the time. I mean, they had we changed the world, right? But they had a chance to really continue to go, and just don't know what happened. It's kind of like it pooped out.
The vision for the Time Warner merger never materialized.
Where nowadays that would be their own Netflix, right?
Yeah.
They'd be a streaming service too.
From what I've understood, the Time Warner culture was too parochial. Everybody had their own little area, and so getting into the cable business, which is what Steve Case wanted,
right,
never materialized. They never merged. So yeah, if Roadrunner and AOL had gotten together, which was the vision, we would have been Netflix. We would have been everything. That's what I thought was going to happen.
I agree, way before the time. Well, let me get to these. So when was the first time that you saw or used a computer that you really remember?
That I remember? Well,
it had a real impact.
I remember my dad's programmable calculator
I
played with.
That's a good example.
But in high school, one of my first days there, we had our physics teacher had a home-built computer that we used to play Adventure.
Do you remember what kind of computer it was?
He built it from scratch. This was before DOS. This was 78, 77, 78. I remember that.
All right. So what was the first computer that you owned?
It was a Macintosh.
Do you remember what kind?
Yes, it was a Macintosh.
The original?
The original.
Wow. 512? No, 128.
No, 128. I had to upgrade to 512, which was amazing because you could then store a whole disk in memory.
Wow. So you could boot the operating system, then load something, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right. How has technology changed your life?
Well, it changes everybody's lives.
But how has it changed yours specifically?
It just nothing in particular I can't point to. You just grow with the technology. It's constantly changing your life.
That it is. So what did you not see coming?
What did I not? I didn't see the downfall of AOL. I thought that it was going to grow with the Time Warner merger. I really thought that was a good thing.
That's a really good example. All right, so how did AOL change your life?
For a time period, it gave me a lot of security, a lot of job security, financial security, introduced me to a lot of people, allowed my wife to take time off from her work to raise our kids.
And that was really new to culture in general at that time, you know?
Well,
it seemed to me.
Yeah, AOL, I mean, it was a good job, good people. It really was. The people here were really down to earth, good people. They helped each other. There was no backstabbing. There was no, and that type of culture really just encourages people, encourages you, lifts you up. And I think that's what helped me the most, what changed me. For a time we were living high.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But then everything crashed.
Yeah, and we had to start over. But we had skills.
Yes, that's true.
At that point, we had the skills that we needed.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it, Brian. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think we're good.
Excellent. Thank you.